And welcome to Saturday's video. Today you find me outside and I'm working on some chores because they say there's a storm headed our way. Now, living on the East Coast, that could be anything from something to nothing, and it seems like the weathermen never get it right. Sometimes we've had storms where it dumped 28 inches of snow on the ground, high winds. Other times they call for snow and we don't really get anything, but we always have to be prepared. And we are to get high winds, which means we could have the electricity off. So I'm working today on winterizing the chicken house a little bit more because we are supposed to have minus-digit temperatures. So I'm putting more bedding in the chicken house, and I will put a heat lamp if I need to. So I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to share with you some of the things I've done this week. I've done a lot of canning, and a lot of these videos I've previously done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you what I'm working on this week. If you find a video of me canning, always look for the tag above me. That tag above me is going to direct you to a video where there's step-by-step instructions on how to can the certain things that I've done this week. There's no use in me going into a full detailed video when I already have one. So just make sure you realize that if I have something on a DIY or a vlog or vlog, you will see that same video above here in a full-length description of how you can can that as well. So let's get started on the day because the weekend is going to go really fast, and Saturday night, tonight, and tomorrow is when the storm is supposed to arrive. And then Monday, sub-zero temperatures. What fun! But you know what? It's the end of January, and this is the time of the year when weather like this can happen really quick. In the homestead, I don't have garbage disposal. I burn all of my own trash and recycle it. So we want to make sure the lid is on. We don't want to get any snow inside of it because it's going to make things rust out. To make sure I got all of the branches. I got them way before the snow hit because once the snow hits, it's going to be buried. So I get all of my wood and I stack it together. We want to make sure the chickens are nice and warm. That's top priority. Preparing for a storm, like a snowstorm, is no different than preparing for any storm of your life. We know it's going to happen. We don't know when, but we really want to take care of things. Why wait until the storm of life happens? Why wait? When you have a warning, don't you want to heed it? And that's what I'm doing today. Getting all my sticks together. I have them all ready if I need them. And I have all of my lamps with oil in them. My chickens have their extra bedding. All of these things I'm doing to prepare for the upcoming storm. But what about the upcoming storm in life? Shouldn't we be prepared for those things as well? Something to think about as we approach the winter storm of 2019. Now, the storm may never hit us, but at least we're prepared for the next storm that comes in our life. That's how I look upon it. I look upon it as an adventure, as a journey, with excitement, not with fear. Life's a dance. You learn as you go. You go ahead and show you what I did the rest of the week, the projects that you didn't see. The highest viewed videos was a video just like today, and it was how I can my carrots. Hi everybody, and welcome to another vlog, and I'm going to share with you what I'm working on today. I'm cleaning out my refrigerators and I'm using up everything that I have, and I had a whole bunch of carrots. And one of my videos I made a little over a year ago was canning carrots using Lipton onion soup mix. And wow, that hit the internet by storm. People like Linda's Pantry and other people who can love the recipe. And I'm going to share with you just a real quick way how I make it. All that you have to do is cut up and peel your carrots and put them in a quart glass jar. And then you're going to take 1 tablespoon of Lipton onion soup mix in each of the jars, fill it with water, and can it for 30 minutes in a pressure canner. It's that simple. Carrots is one of the easiest things to can in the pressure canner, and so if you're a beginner, this is a great way to can some carrots. Of course, you can use your homemade Lipton onion soup mix, which I would do in the next years, but I still had some of this, and so we're going to use it up. And it's just so simple. A tablespoon in each jar, roughly, give or take, doesn't really matter. You can't overdo it. Fresh onions work really well too. And that's it. I've canned hundreds of quarts of carrots this way, and they're so good. I'm just going to go ahead and put some water in here. This is my filtered water that I use with a Burgundy water filter. There we go. Now all we have to do is put them in the pressure canner for 30 minutes at 10 pounds pressure, and that is for my altitude. I wanted to show you that by cleaning out my freezer, I was able to get some vegetables to make vegetable soup, because that is something that we really like to eat here. It's vegetable soup, and I'm actually almost out of it. Pints in all. I put half of them away in my pantry, and I just wanted to share with you that you always take the rings off. You want to make sure you take the rings off your jars. Some people leave them on, some people take them off, but I would strongly suggest that you take them off. Also, you want to clean your jars. You want to clean the rims, and you want to clean all around them and get all of the food, bits and pieces of food that may have been left on. It's very important. If you do see some mold that's growing on the outside of your jars, that is fine as long as your jars are sealed. Every once in a while, you may see a little bit of mold that is forming on the outside of your jars. Maybe you didn't clean them right, or maybe something, you didn't wash it the way you should have. That's fine. It's not going to hurt anything as long as your jars are sealed. Also, when you open up your jars, you want to make sure that you wipe the tops off before you pop the lid off, because where you're storing your food, it's going to get dusty. And so it's always a good habit, even the food that you buy in the grocery store, to wipe the top of it off before you open up the lid. That way you're not putting any kind of dust or anything in your food when you're opening it up. So, this was the vegetable soup out of the freezer. All of those veggies out of the freezer, and it turned out beautiful. So 1 pint is 1 big bowl of soup, so 2 pints usually feed for 2 people. And I love canning things in pints because it is only my husband and I, but when I had a growing family, I did a lot of canning in quarts. You want to make sure you wash your rings in hot soapy water because the rings you reuse. I don't recommend reusing the lids. You can use them from dry storage or something like that, but I don't recommend you reuse the lids, especially for pressure canning. If you want to reuse your lids for things like pickles, I think that would be okay, but I would never reuse lids for pressure canning because it's a lot of hard work and you could have botulism if your food is not sealed correctly. Also, I explained this before. Botulism can be killed if you boil your contents for 10 minutes or longer. Now, you can still get food poisoning, but you cannot get the deadly botulism if you boiled your food for 10 minutes or longer. But like my mama always said, when in doubt, you always throw it out. What I'm cleaning my jars off with is some organic cleaner I made with lemon essential oil. Basically, it's vinegar and essential oil. And there we go, we have them all done. I'm going to label the date and I can put it on my pantry shelf. Everybody, if you like this channel, if you like this video, could you do me one big favor? Could you just make sure you give me a thumbs up? Giving me a thumbs up really helps my analytics. And that in turn helps me be rated higher. And the higher I'm rated, the more chances I am shared on the platform of YouTube. And sharing is what helps my channel grow. Thank you guys so much for doing this for me. And take care, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow.